Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to be ranking every single NHL logo in the entire league. So before we start, please go down below, hit that like button, subscribe, and let's get started. Alrighty, first up is the Chicago Blackhawks, an original 6 team. Honestly, their logo, it has nice design on it. You can see, especially on the feathers, you got little designs. Each feather has got its own unique design. Got some design on the hair. Honestly, I kind of like this logo. I feel like we're going to put it in this category right here, the good category. And I'm just going to explain each bracket in case you haven't seen a video like this. So great are the great logos, the ones that look the best, have the best detail and everything. The good ones, they got good detail, but maybe not as good as some of the great ones. The okay are just your average logo. Your bad are not as good as your average logo, which is pretty self-explanatory. But then your horrible logos are ones that have no detail and look like they were made in 2 minutes. Okay, next team. Next is the Columbus Blue Jackets. And honestly, this logo does have a bit of detail. It's got the Ohio flag going around it. It's got the nice silver star. I think this is a pretty good logo. We're putting it with the Blackhawks. Next is the St. Louis Blues, which, honestly, St. Louis being known for blues, like the blues music, it does make a lot of sense. It's not as detailed as the last couple, but we're going to put in the okays. It is a pretty nice looking logo, though. Next is another original 6 team in the Boston Bruins. As there's not quite as much detail as someone like the Blackhawks, it's definitely still a good logo. In case you don't know what Bruin means, it does mean bear. So, the Boston Bruins, they're going to be another okay team. And now we have the Montreal Canadiens, which is another original 6 team. And everyone just says it's a horseshoe, but there is a bit of more detail in it. There is this little H here that stands for Habs right in the middle for the team's nickname, the Habs, obviously. But there isn't as much detail as some of these, but it is going to go in the good category. Also because the logo has literally been here since the early 1900s. Next, we got the Vancouver Canucks. It's got quite a bit of detail, actually, right here where my mouse is. If you can't see that, but there's actually a bit of detail on this logo, which honestly, I do think it's a pretty decent logo. It's going in the good category. Now, next up is the Washington Capitals. And I'm going to tell you guys something that you might not have known. So a lot of you know that there's this hockey puck and the T is making a hockey stick. But if you look from right here where the P starts and it goes around, comes down, it's actually making a goal net. Take away the bottom of the I and the inside loop with the P and the inside of the A. You have a goal net, a stick, and a puck. And honestly, I found that out just a couple weeks ago before I made the video, and thought that was a really cool detail. And this may shock you, but I'm actually gonna put them in the great category. That hidden feature actually looks so cool when you erase that stuff off the logo. It's actually a really, really interesting logo. Now, next up is the New Jersey Devils. Of course, named after the New Jersey Devil. So this, it doesn't have the most detail out of all the logos, but it's pretty okay. I mean, you got an N and a Y for New Jersey. You got the devil tail. I'm gonna put in the okay. And now we got the Anaheim Ducks. They just rebranded because they used to be this, then they rebranded, and now they've rebranded, gone back to this. And honestly, it's like the goalie mask duck with the double hockey sticks behind it. It's not a bad logo. It's going to go in the okay pile. Now we come across the Calgary Flames. I thought that it was a good idea when they were in Atlanta to have it as the Atlanta Flames because half their city burnt to the ground. Yeah. And their logo was pretty good for Atlanta, which we know the history of hockey in Atlanta has never really worked out. But when they moved the team, they should have changed the name. And keeping it the same name and keeping the same logo design, In my mind, it's not that good. As much as the logo, yeah, it pops out. It's not a horrible looking logo. It's the history behind the logo that doesn't make much sense. That's why I'm putting it in the bad category. Next, the Philadelphia Flyers. One of the older teams in the league. Honestly, when I'm looking at this, there's not actually a whole lot of detail. You got a little orange dot, and you got basically a wing around it. It doesn't look horrible, but it doesn't look great. So it'll go in the okay pile. Now you got the Vegas Golden Knights, a fairly new team, but honestly, there is a bit of detail. You got like a big V in the Golden Knights helmet, standing for Vegas, of course. There's a couple little scratch marks almost on the helmet. But honestly, I'm putting it in the good. It's not a bad helmet. It's not a bad logo. Yeah, it's not a bad helmet either, but I just misspoke there. It's not a bad logo. So yeah, I just wanted to point this out. So right here in the Washington Capitals logo, which then I just erased the rest of the logo so you can actually see this. You can clearly see, yeah, there's a hockey net with a hockey stick and puck. In case you couldn't see that feature with all the other stuff in there, I just had to erase it just so you guys could actually see it. Alrighty, on to the next team. Next up is the Carolina Hurricanes. This logo honestly does look pretty good. There is rumor going around that they were going to be rebranding for this season. You didn't see that happen though. Maybe next season, but still, I don't think they're really going to rebrand. Maybe another alternate jersey, but they've already got a couple of those. But looking at this logo, it does look really nice. You got some, like a lot of people say there's a C there, which I see that. Get it? See the C? No? Yeah? Okay. Let's just continue. It's honestly a pretty good looking logo. And me saying pretty good means it's going in the good. New York Islanders. I mean, you literally got Long Island in the background, which honestly I don't think a lot of people notice. I think people sometimes just think that there's just an orange line. No, there's Long Island, which is where they play. Is that part of New York? Yeah. Of course, you got the N and then the Y making up the hockey stick. You got Islanders there, written on the bottom. Overall, it's a pretty nice logo. That's why it's also going in the good, which we're putting a lot of them in the good. But now you come across the Winnipeg Jets. I love how they shade half the jet like a darker gray than the other half, and it's right over a maple leaf. I even like how like in the blue they have like a little point showing that the jet's like heading that way or something. I don't know. Again, we're probably putting it in the good pile, which we're filling up too many on the good. But here is the LA Kings. Honestly, their rebrand, it's not horrible. Is it the greatest? No, I actually kind of like their old one. I mean, yeah, you got that crown referencing back in the 70s when they were this logo and everything. But they were also like purple and yellow. It's basically that logo just now black and gray. It looks much more boring than back then. Honestly, the black and gray, as much as it goes together, I don't like how dark this kind of logo is. Honestly, I don't know why they changed. They had a good logo. I'm gonna put them in the bad. Just, it's not as good like this. They had a better logo before. But next up is the newest. Do I say newest? Because technically we got the Utah Hockey Club over here. But like, in a way, because technically they were Arizona. Yeah, I'll say newest. The Seattle Kraken. Which, it's a S for Seattle. You got tentacles in there. You got a big eyeball. It's a Kraken in the shape of an S for Seattle. So big brain. It's a pretty good logo. I'll put it in the okay. Why is it trying to go in front of the Flyers? And we now have an original six team, the Toronto Maple Leafs. Maple Leaf makes sense for a Canadian team. And if you notice, those spikes on like the, what do you call them? The things inside the leaf. Like the veins? Yeah, that's what you could call them, the veins. There's 13 of them, resembling the 13 cups they've won. And honestly, That means they don't have to change their logo for quite a while, because the Maple Leafs aren't winning a cup anytime soon. They just lose in the first round. But no. So we're putting them in the good. That hidden Easter egg is a nice one. And if you want to see the Toronto Maple Leafs moved, go to my channel and vote on my poll. Because right now I'm having a poll to see which team I'm moving. And you guys did technically vote Toronto. So I do want to know where you guys want to move Toronto. So go to my channel and vote on that. And now we got the Edmonton Oilers. Honestly, it's a pretty clean logo. I really like it. Like the oil drop being orange with like the blue. Orange and blue go together like really well though. And I don't know. I like how the writing just like comes right down. We're putting them in the good pile as well. Okay, next up is the reigning Stanley Cup champions, the Florida Panthers. This logo, it's not like it's boring, but it's not like it's like got so much detail. Yeah, the Panther, it's a pretty good Panther. That's all I'm gonna say. It's just a Panther. Yeah, it's got the word Florida written over it. I wonder why. Maybe it's because they're called the Florida Panthers. I'm just gonna put them in the good pile because why not? It's not a horrible logo. Next, we got the Pittsburgh Penguins. And honestly, looking at this logo, it's not horrible. But it's not the greatest logo in the league. But I mean, the Penguin, hockey stick, I mean, he's skating. He's playing hockey. There's nothing wrong with playing hockey. We should all play hockey. But no, it's not like the worst logo, so I'll just put it in the okay pile. It's not like it got a lot of detail. Now you got the Nashville Predators. This logo, there is a bit of detail in it. Like, you see where my mouse is. You got a kind of bit of detail in here. Got a big yellow stripe across it. I also personally really like this logo. It's a nice one. I like yellow and blue together. I'm putting them right beside the blue and orange. The blue and yellow. They're going in the good category. Now we got another original six, which whenever I do original six teams, it seems like we're either getting like kind of two in a row. Like these ones were kind of in a row. No, it's these ones in a row. And then Toronto was with. I don't know what I'm saying. But I remember there being two in a row. One of the last times we did that. Anyway, the Rangers, it's not a bad logo at all. I actually really like it. They have three colors in here: the blue, red, yellow, white. I'm so tired. And I can't really speak today, so that's convenient. Now we got the blue, white, red, and just like the way the writing is. It's kind of in the shape of a shield, because Rangers and something. I don't know. But no. There's a New York written there, Rangers on the angle. It looks really good like that. We're putting it in the good category. Now the Detroit Red Wings. Okay, so you basically just have a wheel with a wing coming off of it. Well, you look closely, it's actually got two wings coming off of it. See, of course, you got the wheel. Lots and lots of detail on this wing. And the wheel. But no, you can actually see that there's a separate wing on the other side. When you look at it that way, the wheel's actually 3D. Like, just stare at it for a couple seconds. It'll, like, pop out. It's actually a really good logo. We're putting it in the great. That's how good I think it is. It's got so much detail. And since it's an original 6 team too, that gives it, like, even more bonus points that they're able to keep this logo from, like, the 1920s or 30s. Like, it's crazy. Now we have the Buffalo Sabres. The third and last team from the state of New York. Looking at it, you have a buffalo, because buffalo, yeah. You also have two sabers, or swords, but I'm going to call them sabers, because the team's called Sabres. And, I kind of lost my thought there. But no, this logo, it's pretty clean. It's a good looking logo, so it's also going in the good category. Next, we have the Ottawa Senators. Honestly, it's not a bad logo. You got some detail, like, on this part where, like, you got, like, some lines there in front of that thing that's in front of his face. The image is too small to see, but there is actually a good detail there. course, you got the little spikes coming off the back of his helmet. I'm putting it in the okay tier. The okay tier. Now the Sharks. This is a good logo. I mean, he's literally chomping the stick in half. Don't know why. Don't know what the stick did to him, but he's doing it anyway. But no, you can see he's still got those gills there and everything. Like, they put some detail into the shark. It's going into the good category, and yes, it does extend. So we do technically have more room. Now the Dallas Stars. It's a star made from a D for Dallas. Dallas Stars. So it's pretty okay. So let's put in the okay. So then you come across the Minnesota Wild, and you're like looking at it, and it's like it's clear you got some trees, so like a very nature scene. You got like the sun, got like some kind of river, lake thing coming off the outside border. And then you see you got a star there, referencing to the former Minnesota team called the Minnesota North Stars, who moved to Dallas. And honestly, I think this logo's got a lot of detail. It's going in the. Actually, should we put it in the great? No, we're putting in the good. And honestly, this logo right here that's on the screen, this is actually one of my more favorite logos, but it is their alternate or reverse retro. So I actually kind of prefer this logo over their actual logo. But comment down below which logo you like better. And now we have the Colorado Avalanche. This logo, it's an A for Avalanche making up a mountain, while the puck is causing an avalanche coming off of the A/mountain. The logo does have quite a bit of detail in like the falling snow, coming off the puck, and everything. I'm gonna put it in the good category. It's a decent looking logo. And now we got the Utah Hockey Club. The technically newest team, but technically that is still the Kraken, like I said earlier in the video, but I did debate about calling this the newest team. Technically they were the Coyotes beforehand. So honestly, the Coyotes logo was really good. It had lots of detail. But this one is just a circle with Hockey Utah Club written on it. It doesn't actually say their actual name. It's Utah Hockey Club, not Hockey Utah Club. Which in a way, that's technically what it says. But I get what they're trying to do there. You know where I'm putting this? The horrible pile. Because we expect a rebrand for over the summer. And then maybe, just maybe, it gets moved up somewhere. But right now, it's stuck in the horrible. And last but not least, the Tampa Bay Lightning. This logo is pretty bad. Not gonna lie. I know they just they've won the cup quite recently, but all it is just a lightning bolt with a circle around it. It's really bland. It's going in the bad pile. But yeah. So this is our final tier. This is the final list. And if you enjoy this kind of content, comment down below what I should do next. What should I make a tier of next? Like jerseys or arenas or some kind of players or Vesna winners or something? Comment down below. Vesna winners could actually be interesting. Best Vesna winner since the year 2000. That could be an interesting one. I might do that. So stay ready for that. Please like and subscribe before you leave, and have a good rest of your day / night or whatever time you're watching this. See ya.